guys, Nikki and the Skeleton Crew. Just thought I'd give you a quick bio about myself. I was born and raised in Redwood City, California, Bay Area, about 30 minutes south of San Francisco. And my first job out of college was at Lucasfilm, and working there was a dream. And my favorite part of working there was the annual Halloween party. It was just really spectacular. About 11 years ago, my husband took a job transfer and we moved to Tennessee. And one of the things I missed really bad when we came here was those Halloween parties. So I started throwing them myself, and we had our 10th annual scheduled to be this year, but ultimately with coronavirus and everything going on in the world, decided not to have it. So I needed to channel all my Halloween energy into something productive, and so I came up with Candy Luge. And I just wanted to have something that was super easy and affordable that parents and neighbors could put together to maintain that 6-foot social distancing and give mom and dads an opportunity to feel good and feel comfortable about letting their kids trick or treat. Trick or treat! First thing you need is 2 poster tubes. This is 2 inches by 36. Together that totals 6 feet, so you have your 6 feet distance. I have spray painted mine black. Most candy will fit easily in here, even some of the smaller toy items if you do teal pumpkin, non-food trick-or-treat options. And you just literally wrap it around, tape this bad boy together. Why do I use poster tubes? I chose them because they're relatively light. It doesn't require any cutting, and they are pretty easy to either recycle or upcycle when you're done, and they are just pretty easy to work with overall. They paint easily, and you don't need couplers to hold them together or anything special other than a high quality packaging tape. So all you have to do for this is punch it out using the tube. If you got a thicker one, just try and come in at an angle, and then you just push. And then the most important part is you're gonna wanna put your hand over the front of your styrofoam so that the styrofoam doesn't tear and kind of mess up your tombstone. So you just push through, and there you go. You don't even have to decorate these. They come decorated. You can leave your tubes as they are or paint them. It is as much work as you want it to be or as little work as you want it to be. Trick or treat! Now, if you want your Candy Luge to look really sharp, but maybe you don't have the time or the artistic skills to freehand a design, I love the fabric covered one because it's so polished. And if you are a recovering perfectionist like me, this is the one for you. Go to whatever store you like that sells fabric and pick out something that you love. I went with this spider, glittery spider on black. What I did is I cut my fabric a little bit bigger than the size of your poster board, and then I went along and got it straightened the way I liked it and just clipped it along the side. And then when I finished that, I just turned the board over and I took my hot glue gun and just ran a bead of glue down the board and fold your fabric over onto it and stick it onto it. And then when glue's dry, which is really fast, you can just take your binder clips off. Next step is deciding where you want your candy to come out. Take one of your tubes, trace around it, and then come back with an X-Acto knife, again, not for the littles, and just cut the hole out. So when you do that, you'll be cutting just the poster board. To cut the hole, really any pair of scissors you have that's sharp enough to cut your fabric well. So you just cut a little hole and then cut 6 pie-shaped wedges. Depending on how stretchy your fabric is, you might not need to do 6, but I cut them just shy of the edge of the hole and then pulled each one back and hot glued it like that. Trick or treat! For the monster, we started with a basic foam board. I painted it. In hindsight, if I was gonna do it again, I would just buy a poster board in the color that I wanted my monster to be. I got the large googly eye, and I got a sheet of googly eye stickers. For his hair, I used faux fur from a fabric store. I just cut it in strips and glued one side and then just rolled it over and glued it on the back side. Again, if I was doing this another time, I would probably try and find a little furry boa. I think that'd be a little easier to work with. This is just a little printout from the internet. Just find a cute little monster mouth and print it and tape it or glue it. Let's talk about the exit strategy here. I chose to put it up in the eye section. I have had a few little boys suggest that it should come out of a nose. I hope that someone does that for me and I can tag it. The other thing I did for my monster, because I'm a little extra, is I put a dangling monster eye at the end of my Candy Luge. So this is just 2 of those stickers stuck together, hung with a little fishing wire, which is fun because then when the candy shoots out, it makes the eye move around. If you are in grass, I got these yard stakes. You can get these for relatively inexpensive. And then you just, again, with your packaging tape, tape it right onto the back and you are good to go. I do totally recommend like a quarantine box for when you get home. You can let your kids' candy hang out in there for a few days till you feel good about it, or spray it down or wipe it down. I'm gonna get a box of Tide Me Over candy. Also, I'm gonna add some videos up here later in October about how to upcycle it, that we can find some creative ways to keep that out of landfill. So, have a happy Halloween and thanks for watching my videos. Bye.